are live. Hello, everyone. This is Gary Lloyd and
Will Carter, cleanly shaven.
clean and shaven, and still has his glasses that you get a major reflection off the screen on. But this is another episode of Revenue Busters, Builders, Brothers, whatever it is going to be at the end.
Whatever
We'll figure it out. But
hey, question real quick though. We can look for a product. We have to find a good non-reflective for YouTubers glasses, man.
yeah, we'll have to. I just got a new set of glasses, but they're upstairs. I'll have to see if mine do the same thing.
Are they the non-reflective?
I got a non-reflective, yeah, but I don't know if it's on the inside or the outside because usually it's for when you're driving.
Yes.
In the nighttime, and
Let's
the headlights
check them out.
are coming.
I would like to be non-reflective, so that way.
We'll have to check them. All right. So what are we doing today? We have got some products from one of our suppliers that they have for our wholesale. Let's clarify. We are doing a wholesale training. This is not private label. This is not arbitrage. This is wholesale. So we've got some products that they sent us on a spreadsheet. Last time we did a couple analysis on those. We're going to do some more with these new products. And then we're also found out and did some research on how to tell if they're actually selling and what the volume or velocity of the sales has been. I got to turn my notifications off. Hold on just a second. Turn those off. So we stop getting beeps and bumps along the way. Do not disturb. There we go. All right. So with that, we're going to see the sales velocity and be able to tell how many are selling per month or over the last month have sold, and to see if the price works, profit margins work, and there's enough sales volume, is this a good product we can go and purchase from them, have them ship it to either our packing person or our packing company that's going to label it all for Amazon and ship it away, or we may, this particular one, since we've never done it before on this wholesale side, we are going to maybe ship it to ourselves and just kind of check everything out, make sure everything's legit, and put it on video for everyone to see that these are the products, and then we'll just ship it together for Amazon and do it. Now, this particular company that we're using, though, may actually, I just saw on their website when I was looking, they may actually have a prep for Amazon and do it for us automatically at no extra charge. So even though that they may do that for us, we'll probably still, at least one of the orders, bring it back to us so we can check everything out and ship it in. And then we will also kind of go in how to create the order on the seller site, because that looks like a big pain in the butt. It doesn't look as easy as something on eBay that I've done. But we'll get into that and learn that along the way as well. So let's just kind of get to anything else, Will, you want to add?
No, this is kind of a newer one for me, so I'm interested to learn. And obviously, I think the biggest thing is, like anything, do your due diligence and make sure you vet out the process. There are definitely, I'm finding more as we're doing anything, there's always these little gotchas, and we'll try to bring them up as we think about them and as we go through. And I don't mean gotchas like they're going to get you, but things you can overlook or not.
Yeah. And the big one we saw the other day on another Amazon seller that we have followed in the past. Just remember trademark and look up trademark when you're doing private labeling. All right, so let me get into my screen share here. I'm going to bring up my little spreadsheet that has some products, and I still haven't found how to switch back and forth between the things, but we'll figure that out later.
I don't think there's a fast way that I've seen either to do that. You'll probably have to blow that up a little.
Yeah, it is kind of small.
I don't see something that's like a quick button. When I click on my screen share, same thing. I have to click it, and then it gives me a set of options. Choose, probably because it's trying to let you pick the one you want of everything you have open.
Yeah.
At least on the Google Hangouts. For those who don't use Google Hangouts, one thing it does do, and we'll do training on this later, like you said. I'm just talking as you're kind of getting yourself set there and blowing that up. But being able to, if you've got 5 or 6 things you're going to be pulling from to do your YouTube video, it's giving you the option to pick it. But yeah, they don't have like a quick toggle or a quick on and off button. Yeah, you have to kind of manually do it.
All right, so
that's okay. People aren't,
Yeah, and hey, it'll get there. By the time we're done probably doing this, they'll have that feature.
Probably.
All right, so the first one on the list is a Logitech ultra thin keyboard folio for a Samsung Galaxy Tab 410.1. I am a Mac guy, so I have no clue what that is, but let's just see if the numbers work. Looks like they got 164 units. They're at $10 at their open price, which is definitely negotiable. And so what's cool about this company is they do automatically search out the ASINs already on Amazon for you. So all you got to do is click the link and it will send you to the Amazon page, which I've already clicked the link. And let me switch real quick over to that page. And that is this page. No, it's not. I chose the wrong one. See, that's why you need one that's quicker. And that's this one. So share that. Okay, so there we are here. And do I need to blow that up? Does that look pretty good on your end? So one thing to notice, on the Amazon, let me make this bigger here.
Those look good though. Those look good.
All right, so one thing to notice too is there are 3 different colors. So we've got a black, dark blue, and a purple. Now this one is the dark blue ASIN number. So couple things to look at when we go. So the first thing we want to do, okay, so we want to look at pricing. Okay, so we're at $10 starting negotiation. I'm guessing if we bought all 164 units, we could probably get that down a couple bucks. And you'll see here that it's selling at $19.95. So as we did last time, first let's check our profit calculators to make sure that it is even worth looking into a little bit further if on the sales numbers and is there any sales velocity and how many are selling per month. So we go over to the sales calculator and let me get the ASIN. And so we go to, if you guys remember, we go to do a research on Amazon profit calculator, Amazon profit calculator. It'll bring you to the sellercentral.amazon.com profitability calculator. And this allows us to check the profit based on the numbers that we have before us. And so, oop, that was weird. So I'm going to paste the ASIN in and make sure you just double check that it matches so it is the dark blue one. Make sure it matches the product. We are, what was that selling for in Amazon?
1995.
1995. So boom, 1995. Shipped to Amazon. I'm just going to do 50 cents on these. They're a little bit bigger.
Oh, if there's a delay for me, I'm muted, so it takes me a second to get back to unmute when you ask me something.
So on the so shipped to Amazon, that's the cost that it's going to cost to go from wherever your supplier is to Amazon. If you're your own supplier and you have it with you.
Can that page blow up a little bit too? That's kind of on
side. Yes, it can.
Your other page was pretty good size. I don't know if yours are individually tabbed where they do that, or if it affects it universally.
It is. It doesn't. Each tab has its own zoom. So the cost of the product is $10, but I'm going to say we can get down to $8. Well, let's just do 10.
Well, let's do 10 to start because we'll see where it's at from what they're asking, and then we can adjust back. Because again, that would be part of the negotiation. We would have to say to them, the numbers don't work at 10, but they do work at 8, or they don't work for us at 10, but they would work.
Well, here you go. Yeah, look at it. If you're looking at the numbers right now, it just doesn't work at 10.
Correct. So now try
because this one's going to be, this one's going to have a monthly storage fee of 4 cents times however many units, 164. But the fulfillment fee on this one's a little bit more because of I don't know why, but it's just a little bit more. So you have your Amazon seller fees. Okay, that is the cost that they charge for the. Actually, you know what? That's the monthly storage fee and the fulfillment fee, which is the shipping and everything. This is a little bit larger of a product too, so. And then the Amazon fee. Actually, let's look at this again real quick. I thought maybe. Yeah, so sellers pay a referral fee on each unit. So this fee depends on the category of the product. Let's calculate percent of the unit's total price based on a certain category per minimum referral fee. Okay. But this is the one that charges the shipping and the fulfillment fee. That's for them to handle it, ship it, and pack it, and handle all the customer support. So this one is a little bit higher than the selling fee is a little bit higher than I anticipated. There's our shipping fee. So a total cost of $5. So our seller proceeds that, but we're getting it for 10, so it's only $1.71. Not really worth the time potentially to do it, but we do have 164 units. So $280. I'm not excited.
I am not excited at all.
So
I like the little fuzzy bear better than that.
Yeah, I know.
The duck dog.
The duck dog. So if we could get it for 8, makes a little bit more sense, but we're still under 20% profit, and return on our money. So and this is a particular color as well. So
would we try to set like a rule of thumb? I mean, again, I know we're just out loud. We try to set like, hey, we want to be at least 20%, 30, 25% is the lowest we will go, and when we look at the ranking or how it's selling, how fast we want this stuff to be able to move. If it's X amount of units, it's got to be able to move within 1 week to 3 weeks or something like that. Or within a month. No, 30 days or less. I mean, that's kind of.
Yeah, I think we could probably look at that and do that. So, I mean, yeah, this would be a negotiation tool. Actually, so let's just set it at 30. I think we can make 30%. I mean, unless it's a big order and and it makes sense and the velocity is good, but let's stick with 30% return on our money. So let's take the cost of the product down to where we could get a 30% return. So let's see if $6 works. We're close. And it's all a conversation. There we go, $5.50. And it's all a conversation with the vendor, you know what I mean? Or the supplier. So hey, we can make this work at $5.50 a unit, but we won't do anything less than that, depending on the velocity, which we'll look at. So though, you take a look at this one. We're at $5.50 a unit. There's 164. So what's the math on that? 164 times 5.50. We're looking at $902 to purchase the product. Right?
That seems correct. Hello?
So, yeah. No, I'm here. Yeah, I was just looking at the numbers here. Yeah, does it make sense, right? 550 times.
That's correct, right? The amount and the quantity.
Yep. All right. So now the next thing we want to look at. So I mean, if we could get it for 550, so I'd put in the notes right here on my little thing. Need a maximum price of 5.50 to make it work.
Yeah, and what were they at?
They're at $10.
They were at $10?
Yeah.
Well, that was the same $10. Okay.
Yeah, but for us to make it work and keep around the 30% margin, if we're gonna make that kind of a rule to stand by, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and if you do like an Alibaba, I mean, what is the manufacturer making it for? We can always look at that too. I mean, if we find that product or pretty damn close to it, you can kind of see. Not that that matters. I mean, I'm just trying to help the viewers understand too. You've got tools to kind of help you get, your thinking down to being, focused and clear on specifically, does this number make sense, and also knowing. You can throw the number at anybody. You can say, hey, we got to have it here, and that's it, and you can move on. But if you do an Alibaba search on it too, you can see if the manufacturer direct selling it for $5, there's probably not a chance in hell you're going to get it for that. You're probably wasting your time if the manufacturer is selling it to whoever else at $5 or $6, and you're like, well, okay. I mean, I'm just saying you can waste a lot of time trying to negotiate stuff that isn't negotiable.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's something that's yes or no, but I mean, really, you're just trying to find.
Yeah, that's true.
You're just trying to find some quick ones that you can purchase, put up online, get it for sale, and hopefully it's moving. So again, what we next look at is the Keepa app to see what the price has been over the long haul, and this. I mean, with these cases and stuff, because phones change so often too, you want to just be careful that you're not getting something that's just closing out and no one's going to buy it anymore, because there's not a lot of phones or tablets anymore to have it used in. And then you're dealing with a specific color, so that's even a little crazier. But it stayed pretty much 19, and it was 40. Brand new 27, new 19. So it's been almost $20 its whole life almost. So that's probably a good price there. So now the next thing is how much are flying off the shelves. So what we want to do is you scroll down all the way past all the advertised additional potential sales, and you look at this number right here. Where is it? You want to look at the sales rank, so the best sellers rank. So there's another company called Jungle Scout, where it's a third-party app / Chrome extension that we can find out how many sales per month are going on based on the seller's rank. So you copy the seller's rank, you go to Jungle Scout here, and you have so Jungle Scout is just junglescout.com/estimator is this particular website. When you go to the main page, it's not on there, but you just /estimator, create a shortcut, if you will. But you got the different categories we're in. So electronics is our category. You see it's kind of blinking up here, so you kind of know it's connected. And then you put in right here at the enter the sales rank, paste your number, and this should give you, so 268 of these per month are going off the shelves. However, that sales rank is for all three colors together. So you could just divide that by 3, and that's kind of what that color is. But black might be selling better than blue, and purple might not be selling as good as black. You don't know exactly which ones are selling the quickest out of that 268. So, but 268 divided by 3, just kind of do a quick guesstimate. You're looking at 89. You're looking at 89 per month that are going off the shelves, and we have 164 of them. So you're looking at 2 months potential time that would tie up that money that you just purchased that. And that was probably something you want to put in your notes. So we would also add to our notes, and actually I'd want to pack text wrap text. Okay. So 90 units per month in sales. I mean, to me, looking at that one, it's probably not something that you'd want to move forward in. Plus, you got to get the vendor to agree at 550 to make it work. All right, so let's skip down to let's skip down to an iPad one real quick. See if that. Okay, so we've got this other one here. Copy this, and we'll go into this. All right, our next one is the Logitech cover case keyboard for an iPad. And we just got one. So there's a Prime. And it's $39. We are at Man, we're at 24 a unit here. They're only selling for 39. It's pretty high. So yeah, let me look at the spreadsheet real quick. Let me bring that up. Well, actually, I'll just tell it to you. So the one that we're looking at is a Logitech Folio case for an iPad. It's got a keyboard in it, 234 version, and they've got 467 units, and the cost is $24.50. And we go on to Amazon, and Amazon's got it for 39. So let's go over to the calculator real quick and type in another ASIN, paste, and that is matches, and we are at 39.99 cents, and cost of product is $24.50. All right. I'm not excited again.
Yeah, they're tending to be pretty high on the. I mean, they've got to figure people are looking at this, and again, this is just one potential, supplier here, vendor to work with, and obviously others may end up being a lot better priced or in a better. We may find somebody that we like working with better. And again, they may have people who just like stacking nickels and pennies together. They're like, hey, I can make 10%. Because again, 10% per month, if things are moving that fast, 10% per month over month is 120% on your money, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, you might look at it and go, hey, that's pretty damn good money. And some people look that way. But, for us, it's kind of like for the energy and effort you're going to put into something and tying up money. And how many units was that?
That is 467 units. So that's quite a bit of units.
Well, at that price point, put it in, it'll add up pretty good. That's like buying your own private label product almost.
Yeah, 1802 would be the profits. I mean, it's $4 almost $4 profit each one. So I mean, you're making 10% on your money, but you got to spend 18,000 to get it. Yeah, that's with shipping though. I mean, that's shipping involved. So it wouldn't be that much.
Can you see the messenger that I put through or no? Does that show up to you?
What do you mean?
Like when I do a group chat message, do you see what I wrote or no? Should be in your side chat box. I'm just not on the screen that you're showing, but I'm saying sorry.
I don't have it up. I see that someone texted me. Check your Mac Cloud Messenger. Yes, I can see it now.
Now check your other one. The one that you sent me the Google account, the link on the Hangout.
Okay.
Check that. I was just trying to chat with you and seeing if there was a way to communicate without talking directly.
Yeah.
On screen.
Do it on I got my chat open on this side now. Yeah, for those that have not used Google Chat via the old YouTube, there is a way you can chat to each other while you're doing it and give each other instructions if you want to do so. So we would go, let's reduce the price. What do we think? I think about 16. I'm guessing to get 30%. There you go, right there. Yeah. So now we're spending.
Now if you do 20 though, if you're at 20, what's real quick? What's that percentage? Where it's going to put us about 25, like we talked about.
What do you mean?
Or 20? Yeah, put in $20.
No, $20. That'll be 18 probably. 25% is $18. So I mean, I'm assuming that these guys are going to go. From our conversations with them, they said, "Hey, we're just looking at moving products, so these prices are negotiable. So you got to tell them what works for you. If 24 or 50 doesn't work, but 18 does, 18 can get it done, then I'm sure they're going to want to make a sale if it makes sense for their numbers, because they got it at a certain price as well. But what we want to do, but I like the 30% mark, man.
I do too. And again, that's where you got to start. You got to start trying to hit your mark. And again, for anybody watching this, is what's really important is that you have to feel comfortable about your numbers. You've got to say, well, that's where I'm at. Now, what you're going to find through the feedback is if you're getting no sales and they're just saying no, 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 the negotiation never works and you want to be stuck at 30%, then obviously you'll have to adjust accordingly. And a little caveat in that is I'm sure it's going to be different per vendor, per time of the month. But if they're stuck on a bunch of inventory that they got to move, they may get aggressive and go, we'll only make 30 cents on this deal. We don't care. So I would always err on the side of throw out the number that works for you first.
Yep. I agree with
go with that. Yeah. And then work your way back according to whatever you think your hard line is. And then from that point, just don't move. Because again, I think everything we've done in real estate and with other stuff is you've got to draw a line at some point and stick to it, because anything else becomes emotion. You're just emotionally investing versus trying to make it number based.
And in real estate, as in with this, you make your money on the purchase. You don't make your money after that. When you buy is when you make your money. So you got to make sure you're buying it right. So now the next step is, though, let's look at the Keepa. Let's look at the Keepa graph. Whoa, it's all over the place. But the price, actually, it's kind of at its low, and it's probably, I'm guessing, it's been out for 1,800 days. It's all 4 iPads. So I'm assuming that, this is kind of near. The reason why these guys probably got so many, it's going to be closer to the end of the cycle than the beginning of the cycle when it first came out. Because it is for the iPad 2, 3, and 4, not the Pro series. But there's a lot of people that still have it, still need cases, still want keyboards. But the price has stayed pretty much around the 39 price. Now let's go check the sales. And actually, this one's just one color. You don't have to worry about the sale. We know the sales rank is the sales rank. And so office product sale ranks 11,000. Now look at here too. This is something that you want to take a look at. Bestsellers rank. You want it for the most broadest range keyword or category as well. So it's 63 in computers, tablets, bags, cases, and then keyboard cases. So you don't want it to be that narrow, or you don't want to be that narrow when you're looking at the numbers, because the Jungle Scout program is just for the broad category. So make sure you're choosing the broad category. So hit copy on the 11,000. We're going to go to Jungle Scout Estimator, cell phone, tablet accessories. Actually, what was the category? Computer accessories, right? I believe it was.
Yeah. Wow. I'm only seeing it when you pull it back up. So
yeah, actually, office products. So we got to go to office products. So make sure you match that up, because it's in office products. Boom. So hit office products. Put in the sales rank. All right. So this one's 262. So we have 467 units, 262. Again, it's another couple months to get your inventory sold out. And what's good about this one, we know that it's only one color, and it's the only one on the ASIN number. And so you know that is that particular color and that specific one that is selling that. So you know it's 262. So sales per month is approximately 262 units. All right, so on that one, like I said, it needs to be $16. And for us to follow our numbers that we want to see, if we can't get at that, then we have no deal. But what's kind of cool is, so you would make these notes, and actually we're thinking about having our assistant actually this is kind of very, what do I want to say? It's kind of detailed work that can be repeated many, many times. So it's very good to potentially, if you're interested in time freedom, yes, do it yourself first couple times, get used to it. But this is definitely something you could hire a personal assistant for, to kind of do this research for you and have this all laid out. And then you just quickly look to see which one makes sense, which ones don't make sense. And actually you could send them this video to learn how to do it. and so they can teach it, or you can teach it to them with just following this video, or make your own video and teach them how to do it. Anyways, that is all about time freedom. So and not creating a job necessarily, but creating a business where you can delegate responsibility and keep everything running smoothly and efficiently with the help of other people and giving you the time freedom. So let's go into another one, but that one is, I mean, that's it's potential. If we can get it in the price, and like I said, in our conversations with this particular company that we're dealing with, supplier, they stated that they are negotiable. So all you can do is throw the number out there. If it works for them, then we'll see. Then do it and take action. If it doesn't, on to the next. And so let's see here. What else we got? Ultra thin keyboard, block, protective AirPad 2. So this one's actually, they got 1,200 units of this red one, but I'm looking at it. Man, that's an iPad 2. That's iPad Air 2. That's a little older. Here we go. Here we go. This is a unit. This one looks good. 200 units. They got it for 88. This is actually a first generation iPad Pro, which actually will fit the next generation iPad Pro 2 because there wasn't any changes to the outside case. I have an iPad Pro, so I know this. Actually, there's two here, one for 83 and 88. But I know it's a newer product. Let's take a look at one of these and check it out. And actually, you know what? I probably should be switching. Sorry, this is the whole thing with the switching windows. I switched my windows when I clicked on. I guess I could do an entire screen view, and that'd probably solve that issue. But let me bring it up real quick. So these are the two that I'm going to look at real quick. I know this is a. Oh, sorry, that kind of moved faster than I thought it would. Oh, I clicked on it. Anyways, so when you click on the link, that's what happens. All right, so where are the 12.9s? All right, these two right here. So 12 and 13, we've got iPad Pro, newer case. We know that. So I'm going to copy the ASIN number. Let's go. Bring it up in Amazon, but let me switch over to the other screen. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. All right, so we're switching over to the other screen. Let's see if the third time is charged. Okay, so they're charging 126, and it looks like there was a sale. So 126 is the number here, and what do they got? They've got it at $83. So let's go over to our calculator. Try another product. Put in the new ASIN. And we were at, I have short-term memory, 126. $0.50. Cost of the product is 83. Okay. So now we're getting a little somewhere, a little bit better. We're at a $20 profit, so 16%, not too bad. And how many units did they have? Let me go back to the spreadsheet. So they had 200 units. So put in 200. And we're making $4,000.
Now we can look how fast they're moving.
So let's look how fast they're moving. We're going to Jungle Scout. Okay, well, hold on. We got to go to their sales rank. Sorry, let's go back to its page. We go down, scroll all the way down past all the sales information. We're in computer and accessories, and we're ranked 189. So I would assume that It should have a little bit better. So go to the Jungle Scout.
Yeah, that's not a bad ranking.
It's not too bad a ranking. And paste the 189. There we go. So estimate sales per month, 1564.
So within definitely a week or 2 weeks, you could be.
Yeah, 1524 was it? Yeah. But now that one has some good sales velocity. The other thing we want to do that I forgot is you want to check the Keepa app and just make sure that the price has stayed pretty consistent throughout the time, and that it hasn't been really lower or a lot lower or really lower. It hasn't been a lot lower in the past, which it's actually just kind of come down off its high. Actually, during Christmas time, it looks like it price shot up because probably demand was a little higher and supply was a little lower. But we now are at the 129, 126 price range, looking good. So that all looks good too. Now the only issue or the only potential challenge with this one, I don't call it an issue, but the challenge would be, do you have the capital to spend $83 per unit? But I'm going to go in. Let me go back to Jungle Scout, or not Jungle Scout. Yeah, Jungle Scout real quick, or not Jungle Scout, but the calculator. And I want to get this net margin up to 30%. So I'm probably going to drop it down to 75. Now we're going lower, 70. We're going 65. I sound like an auctioneer. 60, 65, 65. There we go. So 65 gets us to the 30%. So we're at, I'm sorry, I'm typing in the notes, $65 per unit is 30% return on investment.
What was the original price that they wanted?
They are at 83.
Okay, got it.
Okay, they're at 83, but so I mean, that's where I would start the negotiation. So I mean, it's a potential. I mean, with the 200 units. So if you do 200 units, you got to spend 65 on each unit. You know, that's $13,000. So that is, when you go to the little bit bigger products, I mean, you do got to take that into consideration. So the challenge would be, do you have the capital outlay for the potential of $7,600 for an investment of $13,000? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. However, so you can scale this down though. So I mean, this is a larger product, price point wise, but you know, you want to do what's comfortable for your budget and what you have available that works within the numbers of your supplier. So keep that in mind too. So these are just, I mean, this is electronics keyboards, but it is brand name. You can get ungated in this particular brand, which will help. And this particular supplier that we're looking at here too, also, they also said they'll assist in actually helping you getting ungated or unlocked in the different brands if it's locked with Amazon. So that is always a plus, and we'll go into that a little bit more detail in another training as far as how to unlock and get to be able to sell brand names too. And we'll kind of go into more detail. I've been researching a little bit, and I'm kind of almost done with my research to kind of put together a decent training on it. But for that, I mean, that was three examples of some keyboard iPad type products. And this third one, I mean, if we can get it for $65, a unit, we're at 30%, not too bad. You're making 7,600. 1,500 units are being sold per month, so pretty much you can get your investment back pretty quick, 1 to 2 weeks, and also your profit back within that period of time. Well, I think Amazon pays every 2 weeks, so whatever Amazon pays you back after all the sales are done. But the velocity is good on the sales, and your potential for return is pretty decent on that one. Now, even if you can't, if you can't get it down to 65, but let's say you meet at 75 from 83, you're still at a 22% return, and you're making $5,000, $5,600 in 2 weeks. Not too shabby. You got to unmute yourself, Will. Unmute yourself.
There we go.
There you go.
I said that one too. In some cases you may be willing to take a little bit less profit on that because the turnaround time is quick enough.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking at it like, can we get at least 30% on our money in a 30-day period?
Yeah.
So if you can get a 25% on your money in a 15-day period, that's not bad either.
That's not bad either.
Or even 20, because really 20 in a 2-week period is like getting 40 in a 1-month period.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I'll bring my face back up. So, anyways, that's kind of what I wanted to hit on today. What we kind of found out over the weekend. Nice quick one on some wholesaling training on how to make sure that the sales volume. You got to have the sales volume there to spend $13,000. And that's the other thing too. If you don't feel comfortable with don't take all 200 units. Is the other thing. Just take 50 units.
Yeah, just to try it. Especially if you're new and you're just trying to try this out. And people are going to be at different levels. Of course, you're always going to be more aggressive the more confidence you have, and the more you've done it, the more experience you have, and the more money you have. So if you're getting good at your systems and following your numbers and making sure they work for you, then you can always, that's what's nice about this too, is with these particular vendors and a lot of these vendors doing this particular, what do you call it? I guess option to do these product sales. A lot of them are buy whatever you need. So far I don't know that they've had like a minimum yet, but a lot of them are like, if you want to buy, they probably do maybe like 10, 20 maybe, but.
Yeah, actually, the one spreadsheet. It all depends what unit it is, but like and they have notes on it. But there is one right here that says there's 1,200 units. Minimum order is 400.
Okay, so there you go. So that is going to happen in some occasions. So, but that's all right. It's all right. It's good to have those options. So. And we may do this again too, I think, with maybe a different vendor, maybe try a couple different products with another vendor. Maybe we're looking at here in the road, and just to show some different vendors and how they're pricing it, or even the products, how they might vary a little bit.
Yeah. Well, these guys, and this particular vendor, they do a lot of electronics, accessories. They also have beauty product line products as well that you can get into. They also have some kitchen stuff, and something else, actually some baby products, some diapers and stuff like that. So they do have, and they're kind of when they get stuff in, they just send it out to you. Sometimes I just don't like having a watch on my thing that when I get a message, it kind of comes to my watch.
Distracted.
It interrupts you.
Interrupts your flow. It buzzes your arm, and your arm goes, "Pay attention to me."
It does. All right. What else? So yeah, that's it on this particular training. Hopefully, you guys found that helpful, and we will be back sometime soon, and we're going to be doing a little bit of retail arbitrage, where we're actually going to go to the store and just. This is if you have no budget whatsoever, the retail arbitrage, from what I am seeing and what I've learned, is potentially the easiest way to build up capital for taking this and scaling this Amazon FBA even faster. So even if you have zero budget, you can a little bit of sweat equity going out finding products that you can buy low, sell high, and start off there. And actually, there might be a combination too of selling a little bit on Amazon, getting the money, and then going to FBA and doing it that way. But we'll go into more of that later. And then also some more trainings coming soon. We're kind of in the middle of finalizing kind of all our research on the private label. But we're going to bring all those 3 strategies. Actually, I think there's 4 because there's tactical, there's online arbitrage, and there's offline. And then actually, there's a lot of people out there just selling books that we found, and just do books only. And that's a whole nother way you can make money on this Amazon. But we're going to just hit the retail arbitrage, tactical arbitrage, private label, and the wholesaling brand names. And more of those trainings coming soon.
Coming soon.
All right, we'll talk to you later. This is
conversation with vendors as well.
Yes, and maybe we'll bring some rep, and we'll try to, and we're gonna try to get some interviews with some people that have had success on Amazon too, and come up with some good questions that we can ask them. All coming soon on Revenue Busters. Ding, ding, ding. That's when the music's got to kick in. We'll get Christian to hook us up with some intros cool, and some extras. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. We could actually have it be like, where guys are going and blows it up, Revenue Busters, and then a guy like building like hammers and stuff, building something. Have a guy build the $sign with money on it or something.
I like it. And then money flows to the top of it.
Yeah, he flips a switch and then the light, it goes on like neon flashing, and then money shoots out the top of the $sign.
I like it.
So we can, make it make it real fun.
And then everyone picks up the money and just starts making it rain.
That's right. Rain. Make it rain. That'll be good.
All right, cool.
I like it.
All right. Peace out, everyone.
Peace out, people.